Welcome to Money Magnet YouTube channel. Have you ever wondered that despite in the same organization you and your CEO has mammoth wealth gap? Today we will decode this topic, so stay tuned till the end to know why CEOs are enjoying the major wealth and how they are able to get their hands on wealth pool with no to little taxes. This all started with financialization. A study of 300 top U.S. companies released by the Institute for Policy Studies (IPS) in 2022 found the average gap between CEO and median worker pay jumped to 670 to 1, meaning the average CEO received $670 in compensation for every $1 the worker received. The ratio was up from 604 to 1 in 2020. 49 firms had ratios above 1,000 to 1. Instead of receiving a paycheck, an executive's compensation typically consists primarily of stock options. Top CEOs do not desire huge salaries. They do not desire regular income. Let's imagine the CEO has the opportunity to purchase shares of his company at $10 each. When the CEO performs well, the stock price rises to $16. The CEO then exercises the right to purchase the stock at $10 per share and frequently sells the shares right away for $16, making a profit of $6 per share. The capital gains are $6 million if they own 1 million shares. Compared to regular income taxes, capital gains taxes on $6 million in portfolio income are significantly lower. The CEO would have paid roughly 45% in federal and state taxes if they had earned $6 million as regular income or a paycheck. $6 million at 45% results in taxes of $2.7 million. He or she would have paid about 25% in federal and state taxes if they had chosen to take $6 million as long-term capital gains or portfolio income. Taxes on $6 million at a rate of 25% come to $1.5 million. Executives in the same organization get revenue from their portfolios, whereas employees earn regular wages. Yet another explanation for the wealth gap. An executive may receive $1 in pay, ordinary income, and the remaining amount in stock options or portfolio income if the executive is certain that he or she will motivate the workforce to put an extra effort and raise the stock price of the company. As the CEO of Chrysler, Lee Iacocca did this, and Steve Jobs did the same at Apple. Once more, the wealthy do not work for pay. Taxes are also a factor. U.S. firms had difficulty expanding following the 2008 financial crisis. CEOs and executives would not make a lot of money if the company did not expand and share prices did not increase. This was the beginning of the huge financialization. With interest rates at historic lows, CEOs started taking out loans and exploiting the company's stellar bank relationship to purchase stock. Share buyback was the phrase used. Share buyback indicates that the CEO and his or her team are unable to expand the company. Therefore, the CEO borrows money and invests in the stock market, buying back the business shares and driving the share price of the firm higher, rather than borrowing money to spend in R&D, research and development, and inventing new products and markets, which would make the company stronger. When the CEO sells his shares, he receives portfolio income rather than regular income. The majority of mom-and-pop investors, the millionaires living next door, think share buybacks are great. As share prices rise, so does their retirement portfolio. They think the business is more robust. They think the CEO has done a fantastic job expanding the company. The issue is that, in the majority of situations, the business is left crippled, uncompetitive, lacking in new goods or a future-focused vision, and heavily indebted. The executives then depart the business on golden parachutes, carrying bags of portfolio income. The workers are left on a sinking, indebted ship, continuing to work for regular pay, saving money to accrue interest, which is also regular pay, and contributing to a 401k retirement plan, all for regular pay. How would a worker understand why working, saving, and investing for regular income is not the optimal course of action without proper financial education? How might a worker understand why the wealth gap between themselves and the wealthy is expanding? The employees eventually realize that something is awry. Their pay is not increasing. Union leaders issue a strike call and demand increased pay. Workers benefit because they increase their regular income. Higher salaries weaken the business. The business is now a takeover target. The current board of directors, the same individuals who generated millions of dollars in portfolio income, concur that a change is necessary. They've earned enough cash. To a new owner they sell as a result. Following a sale of the business, the new owners clean house. They frequently terminate staff as one of their first actions. In an effort to find a new job and resume working for regular pay, laid-off workers return to school. A large number of them take up student loans, the worst kind of debt a person can incur. And the wealth gap between the wealthy and everyone else widens. The workers ought to have played Monopoly during lunch instead of attending union meetings, calling for higher regular pay, or returning to school to get higher regular income.